So like I did my video on the Knicks version of the Celtics Shaq, I'm going to try it with my team for the NFL, the Ravens. So here's a couple of guys I came up with for my Ravens version of a Celtics Shaq. Now off the bat, I'll say I feel like it's a little bit different here compared with the NBA and the NFL. But here's my attempt at it. This was like the first one that came into my mind. That is Deion Sanders, a Hall of Famer, legendary corner from the Niners to the Dallas Cowboys. He came to the Ravens after a couple of years away from the NFL. I believe it was like 4 seasons. Now, it wasn't bad. You know, he did play all 16 games even in his final season, did record 5 picks, 1 return for a touchdown, but played primarily the nickel spot, so it just wasn't the same as he was during his time in Dallas in the early days, too. So that's like one. Also, the Ravens didn't make the playoffs in his last season in the NFL, so that's like the first one I thought of. I also put Randall Cunningham here, also former quarterback for the Eagles for a long time, multi-time Pro Bowler. This is his final season in the NFL. Came in really just as the backup, though. Did start 2 games. It was 2-0. I'm looking here, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So wasn't bad because he was coming in as a backup too. Again, wasn't the same as he was during his Eagles time. Here's like another one like I kind of thought of too. Again, this isn't like the same status as like the Rasheed Wallace for the Knicks one, or like Jason Kidd or the other players that I mentioned here. But I said Ricky Williams also, long-time runner for the Dolphins, had a couple of off-the-field issues too, but he was a top-tier running back, career 10,000 yards, final year with the Ravens, 444 yards. That's another one you could say on here too. But again, this one we really weren't expecting much because he was coming in the back of Ray Rice, who was one of the top running backs in the NFL during that time too. So it was more of like a veteran kind of presence there, but still didn't produce as much. Like another one, Lorenzo Neal, multi-time Pro Bowl running back, was actually in the 2000s All-Decade team, helped block for LaDainian Tomlinson for his record rushing season. That's another one. He did actually was kind of contributed a good amount during his time with the Ravens, his only final season in the NFL. But again, like it's hard kind of compared with the NBA to the NFL. But I do just kind of want to give a quick shout out to the 2001 running back room of Le'Veon Bell, Devontae Freeman, and Latavius Murray. If this was 2016, this would have been the best running back room of all time. But this was a couple years past like the primes for them at least. I think Devontae Freeman was their leading rusher with like over 500 yards too. But still, I mean, I'd have to give a quick shout out to this running back room because I feel like people forgot about it. So yeah, a little bit different. But comment like your NFL team's version of the Celtics Shaq, and Ravens fans out there, comment if I missed one because maybe I did.